wasting time. These are 7 things that I quit to really start improving, because I was wasting my time, and a lot of you probably are as well. Hello and welcome to another video with me, Elmo. It's good to have you along. Yes, let's dive right in. Number 1, the first thing that happened was when I changed guitar teachers. My new teacher asked me what I wanted to play, which was totally new to me because my first teacher hadn't really asked that. And that made the whole thing fun. And that meant after a while, and it's an ongoing process really, I learned to stop caring about what other people think. So my first teacher had wanted me to learn how to sight read and stuff like that. And I have nothing against sight reading, but it just wasn't for me, at least not at that point. And that's really the thing. You have your goals, and some people will tell you to do something that has nothing to do with your goal. And you're free to absolutely ignore these people. What I mean by saying stop caring about what other people think is not that you should stop listening to other people. You need to listen to other people because you will get good advice and bad advice. Skip the bad advice, take the good advice. That's number 1. So stop caring about what other people think. Number 2, and this is really big, because, and I'm still guilty of this to this day. And again, this is an ongoing process. But we all make all sorts of excuses, and we can even have good reasons. So I might have an excuse for why I haven't played guitar today. I have played guitar today, but still. Your results will not care about your excuses. Your results will only care about the amount of work you put in, how you work, is it focused, so on. I've talked about this elsewhere. I'll link a video in the description on how to practice, and what you practice. Those are the things. What, how, and amount. That's really it. So stop with the excuses if you want to improve. Number 3. Yes, I know, I have a nice guitar here, I have a nice amp, but that wasn't always the case. I had an East German lead star, and I had an okay Fender made in Mexico champ, which wasn't producing the sound that I wanted, but it was a good amp, actually a very good amp. But I had a problem with this stuff. And later on I got a valve state, Marshall valve state, which was an objectively worse amp, but I wanted more gain. But the thing is, regardless of all of the gear that I had, if it was good or bad or whatever, I kept pushing on and practiced. So what you should do is practice regardless. Stop worrying about your gear. It'll work out. You don't have to have everything right now. And the best gear in the world will not make you a better guitar player. Only your practice will do that. So, like number 2, stop with the excuses. Number 4. This is something I noticed just a few months ago. And I've done this previously as well. And it goes hand in hand kind of with number 1. I stopped being all over the place. So at some point I was doing way too many different things on guitar and not really seeing much progress. So I focused. But I still have this problem now. And not in terms of playing guitar, but I do too many things. I need to cut down on stuff. So try to focus on 1 or 2 things at a time. That way you'll see much better results. Don't multitask. Focus. Before I go on, I would like to say that this channel is very much sponsored by the people who support it. You good people, thank you very much. If you want to help support the channel, there's a link in the description where if you buy something that way, even just your strings, you will be supporting the channel at no extra cost to you. You can buy me a coffee, that's also in the description, or you can buy me a super thanks here on YouTube. Number 5, you might have heard the phrase winners don't quit and quitters don't win. Well, that's just absolutely not true. Because, like with the last one, you have to quit something. What I quit in order to focus on this is I stopped going to school. Then I quit playing football. Actually, the other way around. I quit football and then I stopped going to school. I'm not saying that you should stop going to school. Stay in school. It's a good thing. But you don't have to be great at everything in school. Just skip some stuff that doesn't interest you. Just get by. Maybe you have a lot of hobbies. Cut down on your hobbies. It might be that you could ditch the guitar for something that you like more. Because, like with the last one, focus is good. But quit those things that are taking up too much time, that are really not adding value to your everyday existence. Yes. Number 6. A friend of mine told a story. His father and mother were both active within the church. His father was a priest. And this friend of mine did a gig in a church, a big church here in Finland. And he played acoustic guitar, and there was another guitar player next to him, and there was a choir, and then there was a priest who preached something after they'd played. And my friend, it wasn't his dad, my friend leaned over to the other guitar player and said, this is freely translated, what a load of fucking bollocks. And he'd forgotten that the choir microphones were still on. So he heard his voice echo in that large church. And yeah. Do you know what happened? Nothing happened. He was embarrassed, sure. But he didn't die. He didn't wake up the next morning with leprosy. He got over it. Learn to not fear failure. I mean, we all do to a certain extent, but bring it down. Learn to bring it down. Face your fears. We all have our insecurities. You might think that you're the only one who's insecure. I can guarantee you you're not. I have my own insecurities. The thing is, we need to learn to live with them. And if you fear failure, you will limit yourself, and it will be a handicap, kind of like the handbrake of a car. You need to you need to learn how to deal with fear of failure. It can be stage fright or whatever. Yes. Number 7, I stopped practicing. Controversial one, this. No, actually, it's not controversial at all. I stopped practicing the way that people often think of practicing, which is just do whatever. Noodling. There's practice and then there's practice. I started practicing with a purpose. I had a goal, I measured my progress, I played at the edge of my ability, and did it consistently. That gave me so much better results. Again, if you don't know how to practice properly, I'll link a video in the description and probably pin in the comments and put it in the end screens. Number 8. This is the brilliance of my second guitar teacher. He basically had the philosophy of wanting to get rid of me as quickly as possible. Now, I know that doesn't sound very brilliant, but the idea was that he wanted to give me all the tools that I needed to progress as quickly as I wanted to, so that he wouldn't be a hindrance. I could always go back to him for more. And that's really the thing. Number 8. I stopped waiting for answers. If I had a question, I looked it up somehow. I asked people. If I wanted to learn a song, I transcribed it. And that's really it. Learning is self-driven. It doesn't mean that you can't have a teacher. It doesn't mean that you shouldn't listen to other people. But it means that you have to be the driving force behind your learning if you want to see real results. And that comes from motivation, which comes from actually putting in some work, because you will start seeing results, and that will give you motivation, and you will be the driving force of your success. And partly that's also down to setting goals that are big enough and you daring to dream. So dare to dream and put in the effort, be the driving force. And yeah, how to practice the video, that's here. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and I hope you consider supporting the channel via one of the links in the description or a super thanks. Above all, I hope you have some use of this video and I hope you have a nice day. Take care. See you. Goodbye.